Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and wherever you are, welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. I am your Sensei Al Bob, your griot. Tell you a story. So, I've been distracted the last 2 or 3 weeks. I fell down, I hurt myself. I haven't been able to do all the work I wanted to do on the place. And people who said, "Oh, we'll come and help you," never showed up. Other people did, which was nice. And I'm getting better. So, but it's, every time I have to deal with the medical model, and it's really interesting how people who don't want to hear about it until they themselves are stricken, and we all will be. So, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to tell you a little story. So I have been writing a novel called Our Legends Anthology, right? To course over better water, the little boat of my wit now lifts her sails, leaving behind her so cruel a sea, and I will sing of a second kingdom where the human spirit is purged to become fit to ascend to heaven. Anybody know what that's from? That was the Contro number 1 from Dante's Divine Comedy. SSAOR, a quitter never wins. Love is all there is. Cover page, dead actions and instructions. This is dedicated to all of our parents, our fathers who tried to understand but couldn't, and our mothers who could but wouldn't. Beauty loves light's truth, evolution's gizmo. Words of Pluggy Boom Boom, written down by Albert W. DiMartino. PhD times 3 equals 9/11/2012. Book number 4. Behold, for your entertainment and edification, these dope words, the plot that plenty of people believed happened based on what kind of did, like the holy books. This is the true story. The screenplay whose foundation almost totally relies on the stroll of consciousness of that great humanitarian and intellectual genius and our tedious social hero, Critical Pluggy Boom Boom. It's hard to read it off the little screen. So anyway, that's my new novel. If you go to xratted.blogspot.com, you will find that there. And so I have been talking about how, well, kids, if you thought 20 was bad, 21 is like, whoa, right? 6 days into it, what did we have? We had a secession. We had a civil war in our capital. People died. And nobody wants to really study that because it seems to me anyway, and remember, don't believe a word I say, it was just a soap opera, And, Judy Giuliani and Puddinhead Donnie Carrot Boy Chump, both, I think are some of the greatest American heroes ever. I mean, they're total morons, but they're not. But they, took the screen away, and that's what The Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz was a children's book written by an economist who was of the trying to warn the folk of what was coming down via the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve is a privately owned corporation held by stockholders that has nothing to do with our government whatsoever, other than they print our money, hold our bond, and set our economic dynamic. So it's all interesting. It's all and we have morons like Al Gross. Oh no, Al Gore, who is gross, a total charlatan, who when he was vice president started a TV network called Current, and he's a big, green guy, hockey stick kind of guy, oil bad, alternatives good. And who does he sell that? And all it is a location. And he only got it because of his political connects. And he sold it to Qatar, for $500 million. Qatar, number one producer and exporter of natural gas, the number two exporter of oil, and he doesn't like oil, but he sold it for $500 million, and it cost you, the taxpayer, for that TV show. Anyway, so we just have to go down the laundry list, and I live out in the woods, and I just all I get no cable TV, no internet, no nothing. All I get is the radio, and during the day, not so much. No AM at all, no shortwave at all. And I do get a Christian channel and WETSU, which is Eastern Tennessee's university's radio station. Very good. So that's the one thing I can listen to, but I don't, a little bit here and there, but I just listen to classical music. But at night, I do listen to it because there are a lot of really good shows. I don't listen to Morning Edition or Evening blah, blah, blah. What's, that NPR. But the shows they have, Democracy Now!, Emmy can get a little strident. They have a thing called Alternative Radio, very good. They have another thing called Inside Appalachia, very good. They have another thing. They have a couple of spiritual kind of shows that are really very good. And a few other things that are very good. The Moth is very good. And there are a lot of really good things in the evening. So I listen to that. And they have jazz. And they have classical. And I listen to that. And but I do listen to the AM skip at night. After 9 p.m., I get stuff all over the planet, Ireland to Alaska to Hawaii to Toronto and in between. And it's truly amazing. And that no one, and I talk to my brothers and sisters, they don't even answer the phone anymore. Good family. My older sister, she does, but she, I already talked about that. I don't want to hear about that. I mean, and I said, Mary, you've got 6 kids, and they all got 6 kids. And, these are things you have to, the UV. People talk about global warming. Forget that. The UV, that'll kill you. And it has been above dangerous. It's just, that's the hockey stick. And that's what's caused, there are things they're not talking about that are really causing the environmental issues. One of them is the toxic chemicals, Agent Orange. That was something verboten in Vietnam, but we still spray it around our power lines and highways and on our gardens. And the level of, in the United States this year, average mortality is, white people are living 2 years less than they did in 2017. Black people are living 4 years less than they did in 2017. Hispanics, 6 years. So, and I have to deal with the medical model all the time. I see it's just unbelievable. We spend more money on medical and then EU put together, and yet we are 38th in line, and Cuba and Vietnam and a few other third world countries are in the top 10 because they know they have to keep their people healthy because they can't afford them to get it sick. So, all the problems we have are, very fixable. But they aren't being fixed because a small group of people want to rule the world in a way that only they get to say what's going on. And they want to depopulate the population. And we're doing it very nicely. And I would say that the, the rapid decline of the human population will start like a locomotive going off a cliff by 2025. It'll be, look at that. China's already realized that within 15 years, they will have more people aged out, who can't work, who've been burned up, than young people coming online to take their place. By half. So they estimate by 2030 that they are going to have an untenable situation. Plus, they have we have a few, we have no real gender imbalance. We're all slaves here in America. Black, white, brown, green, whatever. Just that 0.1% who own 90% of everything are, running the show. The mystery isn't that we were cajoled into believing that rich people don't rule. We were cajoled into thinking that we could be part of that gang. We could join that club. We work hard enough to educate a lot of kids who are coming out of college who owe like $100,000 and can't get even a job at Burger King. They're starting to realize what's the story. I'm inside. Alarm the bop. And it's getting hot in the car. I haven't been able to get a hold of you guys because I haven't been able to walk and stayed in bed and read and write. I've been writing a lot, but I have to come out, when my car gets, I want to be part of the internet. I'm not going to work unless you put me on the internet. That's when I come and see you guys. So, I have all these small annoyances where I have all these gigantic, beautiful, big things. Like last night, sitting in the deep green, I was watching, and the sun sets behind me, and I was watching all the trees gold, and because I live in a holler, the sun went up the trees very quickly. And like right now, I'm sitting in here, and just my one kneecap is being exposed to the sun, and it's like, I can tell that, it is getting toasted. So the thing that will get me out of here faster than anything is I'm getting toasted. It's been 13 minutes and 13 seconds. And basically my things have, just a kind of, curmudgeonly old guy ranting. Yeah, it's not what I wanted this to be. I wanted the cadre to put out stuff. We would talk about it. We'd be an enlightened, kind of... the French had these great salons. I wanted it to be a digital salon. Well, I am going to enjoy. I'm going to just keep writing and complain less. And John wants to go on the road. He's really, because, he's been up there all by himself. He hasn't had me to be his shrink. So I can get him to a place where he won't throw me out in the middle of Michigan. And that we can go with, meaning I'm only going if he is actually ready to change. And I'm going to change too. I'm going to lose more weight. But I've been doing pretty good. When I died that bowl of spaghetti in 2014, I weighed 478 pounds. Today, I weigh 221 pounds. And I haven't really gained any weight since I was, at 400 and X pounds. So I just keep losing weight. Yeah, maybe 1 pound a month, but 1 pound a month is fine, And I am at my perfect Adonis God-like weight when I'm at 180. That's what I was when I was between 17 and 32. And I was in good shape. I was carrying around 70 pounds of electric tools all through New York for 90 blocks every day, fixing this, fixing that. And so, anyway, that's the story. I just wanted to check in with you. Like I said, I'm getting toasted here in the car. And I'm going to go get something to eat. And what else am I going to do? I think that's it. Okay? Okay. Oh, end stream. Yep, I'm going to end stream.